You should always ask before doing those things also. Do not spring those things on a partner. That's abuse. Don't just do that. Talk about it, communicate thoroughly, explicitly. Do not just start choking someone in the middle of an intimate moment, please, okay? And if that happens to you, call the cops. Hello, welcome to my space. I'm so glad to have you here. I'm Douglas. If you've never been here before, welcome. If you've been here before, I'm just glad to see you back. I hope that whatever day and time of the week you're seeing this, that things are just going well for you. I hope that you're happy and fulfilled. All October long, I've been kind of talking about more adult-themed topics for some of my videos, and so I want to keep that trend going for October and probably into the future too. But for the last of the Kinktober series, I'm just going to talk about the most common kinks and fetishes. And I'm just going to break it down very simple for you so that, you have a basic understanding of them. And I'm also going to add whether I would try it or not. Because I just think that's a funny element to add to the video. So I'm going to do it, damn it, who cares? So before we get started, I just think it's very important for you to know a few things. First and foremost, whatever you're into, so long as it's consensual, ethical, between two adults, it's fine. Don't let anybody tell you that you're weird or bad or wrong just because you like what you like, as long as, it falls within the parameters of what I just said. I mean, feel free to explore and figure out who you are and what you like. That's normal, that's healthy, like it's fun too. I mean, we only get this one life, so why spend it just kind of doing the same old things that we've always done or always been told we should do, you know what I mean? That said, don't let anybody pressure you into anything that you don't want to do. You should want to try things with a partner or partners, but don't feel pressured. Don't feel like you have to do something. Don't feel like if you feel like you can't say no, I would get away from the situation. All of this stuff has to be consensual, it all has to be enthusiastic, and it has to be between adults. That's just some things to kind of keep in mind. And just again, don't let anybody tell you you're weird. You're going to be into some things that some people aren't into, and you're not going to be into some things that a lot of people are into. And honestly, a lot of people are into a lot of different things, and that's totally cool. I Googled just the most common fetishes and kinks. I just said, hey, what are the most normal ones? And you can probably just guess them off the top of your head without me listing them, but I'm just going to go through the top. I think how many are in this list? 7? There are 7 here, the top 7 most common fetishes and kinks that are prevalent in the United States. I don't know about outside of the Western Hemisphere. I have no idea what's going on over in the UK, whatever. But like this is for us. So the first one, of course, is BDSM, and BDSM stands for bondage, discipline, dominance, submission, and sadism, masochism. This all deals with dominant and submissive roles, tying up a partner, impact play, spanking, subservience, being in charge, power dynamics, biting, choking. You get the drift, you know what I mean? BDSM really is kind of like an art form, and it's a really great way to express your boundaries. It's a great way to push yourself. It's a great way to bond with a partner or partners. It's just a really intimate way to explore your own wants and desires while doing so with a person that you trust. What kind of person would be into BDSM? Someone that maybe is trying to open up more intimately, maybe someone that's dealing with some trauma, maybe someone that wants to reclaim a portion of themselves from a past experience that involved some type of physical thing. You know what I mean? BDSM really is a great way just to overcome barriers and explore yourself, like I said. So the kind of person that would be into it would really be anyone. Would I try it? Hell yes, absolutely. I'm super into BDSM. I think it's awesome. It's not for everybody. Not everybody wants to get hit. Not everybody wants to be spanked or choked. That's cool. Like, you should always ask before doing those things also. Do not spring those things on a partner. That's abuse. Don't just do that. Talk about it. Communicate thoroughly, explicitly. Do not just start choking someone in the middle of an intimate moment, please, okay? And if that happens to you, call the cops. Okay, so the second most common fetish or kink is podophilia, and that's, liking feet. Look, it's not for everybody. Some people are super into it. Some people are not into it at all. I've noticed that's the balance, though. You're either really into them or you hate them. But you hate them with the same energy as the people that really love them. It's a strange thing. You're both obsessed with them. What kind of person would be into feet? I don't know. Maybe someone that's trying to go off the beaten path with intimacy. Maybe someone that wants to show subservience or reverence to another person. Maybe someone that likes things that are not as traditional when it comes to sexuality or an intimate moment. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a person that likes something that doesn't necessarily smell fresh. You know what I mean? Feet don't necessarily smell great all the time. They're feet. They smell like feet. So, would I try it or be into it? Yeah, it depends. Like, I'm not just out here like with everybody's feet like, oh my God. Like, no, it depends on the person, the relationship, that intimacy. Are they my wife's feet, or are they like, my bus driver's feet? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not all created equal. Okay, the next most common kink or fetish is bodily fluids. What kind of person would be into this? Honestly, I think, again, a person that is wanting to explore something that is not necessarily traditional. Maybe this is just something they've always been curious about. Maybe it's just something that feels good to them. Maybe it's a way for them to feel freed or more primal. You know what I mean? A lot of people like that primal feeling like they're just animalistic. Maybe they're in tune with nature that way. Bodily fluids, that's kind of like, because this can include urine, this could include vomit, blood, all kinds of, and would I try it or be into it? It's gonna be a soft no and a hard maybe. I really don't know. I'm not that into bodily fluids, you know what I mean? I'm not into blood. I don't necessarily just, want to get pissed on. Like, that's not like, you know what I mean? Like, again, I think it depends. There could be a conversation. There could be a conversation. I don't know how long the conversation would last, though. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the next most common kink or fetish is voyeurism. Now, voyeurism is basically watching someone undress or be in an intimate moment. It's just about watching. It's about kind of being hidden away and they are in your view. You want to watch. What kind of person would be into this? A person, in my opinion, a person that enjoys excitement, a thrill. They enjoy kind of, I don't know, maybe not necessarily being as exposed. This is a person that might be more private. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a person that's not necessarily going to be just in your face about things. Would I be into it? Would I try it? Only consensually. That's my thing about voyeurism and exhibitionism. It's got to be consensual, because if a person doesn't know you're watching them, that's A, against the law, B, super creepy, and it's just wrong. Don't do that. Do not do that. I've talked about this before when it came to like sending nude photos and showing it to someone that it wasn't sent to. Don't do that. It's the same kind of energy. Voyeurism, exhibitionism, all that stuff's fine and dandy as long as it's consensual, as long as it's been discussed and the vibe is there. You know what I mean? You might be at a party, an adult themed party, and there's a grouping of people that want to be watched, and that's chill for them, and it's an understood thing because they discuss the parameters or whatever. What I don't like is like the actual voyeurs that are like secretly taping people or being just super creepy. I'm not into that. I'd be into it if it was like discussed and okay with that person. Okay, so the next one is age play. And that's basically taking on the personification of a different age, whether higher or younger than yourself. But what kind of person would be into this? Honestly, I think this deals with something internalized, maybe something from your past again, maybe trauma related, or just a fantasy of some sort. Honestly, I'm not into it. I'm not into age play. I think it's not for me. It's not for me. I don't have a desire to really want to be younger, and I don't want to be thinking about a younger person either. And so it's not my thing, and I don't know a whole lot about it, you know what I mean? So like I would definitely have to do some more research but that would probably be a pretty quick no for me. Not my thing. All right, the next one is cuckolding. And this is just basically watching and knowing that your partner is engaging in a sexual activity with another person, usually in the room with you, and you are not involved. They are doing this to your partner. What kind of person would be into this? Gosh, a lot of people would be into this. A person that can't physically engage in sexuality with their partner, that maybe they have some type of medical thing that prevents them from doing so. A kind of person that just enjoys watching their partner be pleasured. A person that likes to be degraded, maybe there's some verbal stuff going on between the person doing the cuckolding and the partner. Who knows? I don't know. That's y'all's business. Lots of kind of people could be into that kind of thing. It doesn't have to be negative. There doesn't have to be a verbal back and forth. It could just be about wanting to see your partner have a great time. It really is all about the discussion and the dynamic there. Would I be into it? I think so. It would definitely be a conversation, I think it could be fun. That could be a fun thing. That could be exciting. Definitely not for everybody. And the vibe would have to absolutely be right. It would just have to be chill vibes, safety, all that kind of stuff. And I don't know. But also, as you'll see, I'm pretty open-minded. So it's like, I'm willing to have a conversation about mostly anything. Would I try anything? I'll definitely have a conversation now. Finally, the last one I wanted to talk about is food play. And this is basically incorporating food in your sexual play, in your intimate moment, whether that's whipped cream or like all kinds of other food. It's messy, it can be fun, it can, you want to definitely prepare for this kind of thing. You want to, I don't know, maybe do it in the bathtub. What kind of a person would be into this? Someone that loves to cook. Someone that really enjoys food. Someone that really likes serving someone else. Someone that likes, again, that primal, that more animalistic, that more in tune with nature type deal. Because if you're an animal, your food is everywhere potentially, and you could be rolling around in it, or it could just be in your sleeping space. And I think psychologically, it goes back to that primal animalistic urge. I think. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know. Would I try it? Man. It's going to be a maybe for me. You know why? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a maybe because I'm poor. I grew up poor as hell. The idea of using food that is not directly going into my belly for the stated necessity of eating is a little strange to me, just because it's like, hey, that might be a waste of food. Where you putting that banana? I don't know. Somebody else would have to be paying for the food. I'll say that. If you pay for the food, then it's more than likely like, all right, I'll try it out. All right, but I do need to eat after this, please. What did you think? Did I miss anything from this list? There were a bunch more on the list I was looking at on Google. But did I miss anything? Did I screw anything up? Do you have something to add to this? Can you inform me what some of these are about? Because I don't know, I'm not the expert. Please comment below and let me know if I could add anything to this list, and maybe I'll do another one in the future. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Comment below, say I subscribed. I'd love to hear from you. I post new content every Monday and Thursday. I post my shorts like every other day. I do a monthly life update. I post music a couple times a year and music videos as often as I can. So please, let a friend know if this is their vibe or if this is your vibe. I'm glad to have you. We're powerful. We're beautiful. Your urges are normal. Don't let anybody tell you you're weird. We attract love, light, peace, safety, and security as long as we say we do. I will post more soon. Talk to you later.